Welcome to my presentation about limitation of special relativity theory. First one author, it's me, and if you want to contact with me, there is my email address. Analysis and findings. Introduction. This chapter is about some method that explains the previous chapter that we'll be using to find out the limitation of special relativity theory. We use some of the method actually explain previous video, and that will be just used there. This portion of this paper will explain the reason to develop the Lorentz transformation by the below figure, where S and S dash frame S and S dash to frame and S dash frame is moving with respect to S frame. Okay, and S dash frame velocity is V. Something occurs in P point there, and the velocity of light is c. Then the observer of S frame equal to x equal to ct. Ct time later, here actually ct distance. The observer from S to P is distance is ct, and observer of S dash frame x dash equal to ct dash. That's it. Again, this paper can write down according to figure for a Newtonian physics. Thus x dash equal to x minus vt. Vt is velocity of frame. Okay, so the inside of this time the frame actually move vt distance for this just right away, and x equal to x plus vt dash. This t is the observer of S frame time, and t dash is the observed time is the S dash frame time. Okay, that's it. Then both of the equation right side multiplied by the constant gamma, and the equation will be like x dash equal to gamma into x minus vt, and x equal to gamma into x plus vt. Okay. After the sum calculation, this gamma provide a factor that is called the Lorentz factor, and develop the Lorentz transformation basis of this factor. Now, why the Lorentz took the gamma as a constant in both of the equation? Because Michelson-Morley lost some time in their experiment, theoretical experiment. Otherwise, there is no reason to take a gamma as a constant. You know that. Because I explained the Michelson, that is why he took this to constant, both of the equation. There is any reason? There is no reason. If the Michelson-Morley did not lost the time, Lorentz cannot be able to take this gamma. And if this gamma did not taken, then the special relativity, time travel, wormhole, discharge hydrogen did not develop. So this gamma came from the Michelson-Morley. Otherwise, there is no reason to take the gamma when x dash equal to x minus vt and x equal to x plus vt dash. So same as the Galileo transformation and Newton transformation will be like that way. Okay. You see that there is no gamma, and in the Lorentz took this gamma because Michelson-Morley lost the time. Otherwise, there is no reason. That's it. And it is the key of the modern physics. Inside of this gamma, I feel the modern whole physics is going there. Okay. So if you find out the limitation of the Michelson-Morley, then automatically this gamma will be removed and the special relativity will be proposed. Let's go to the next slide. Analysis the Michelson-Morley experiment. The agreeable part of the Michelson-Morley experiment. The record time of a light P to A is d by c minus v. The r times the light velocity direction is same. The record time of light A to P is d by c plus v. The r times light velocity direction is opposite. Total time T equal d by c minus v plus d by c plus v. after 2c divided c square minus v square equal to 2d by c bracket 1 plus v square by c square plus 1 dot 2d over 1. The total time to complete the full cycle. That means is the light actually goes P to A and A to P. So for this one I write down the total time to complete the full cycle. Velocity angle of a light from a different direction. This figure actually shows the Michelson Morley Michelson apparatus. If the delta, there is the delta, develop basis of the earth velocity for PQ direction light and the passes the B dash, then B dash Q directional light develops a delta for the same earth velocity. Just focus on the mirror of the original figure, then it will be clear. So delta is the velocity angle. Just okay. So it is a too much important thing throughout this presentation. Just focus on this that P to Q. If we putting down this light axis in this direction, then it is goes in B dash. Okay. Again, if we putting down the light at P to Q dash, then for the earth velocity, it is goes in the B dash. Okay. And we just mirror it, and we think that B dash to Q dash we put down another light where the P to Q dash light passes in the B dash the same point. If you put down the light in the opposite direction, then it is pass the P dash. In over if we read the light more clear, same thing. The velocity will remain same, everything will remain same. Just mirror it, then you understand. Okay. B dash to Q dash, the light will be goes in the P dash and develop the del. Same. There is a del, there is a del. Just it. Okay. And the triangle remain same. I explain it again. P to Q dash light. If we put down the light is there for the earth velocity, it is goes to B dash. Okay. And if we B dash to Q dash put down the light, then it is pass the P dash. Okay. Again in this figure, P to Q dash, if we are putting down the light, then it is touch the B dash, and B dash to Q dash, then it is touch the P dash for the same earth velocity. See this thing. Okay, and develop the same angle alpha. So I write down the velocity angle of light. It is alpha is the del is a velocity angle. Del is a velocity angle. Okay, just put the next slide. B dash is a mirror that can reflect the light when the PQ directional light touches the B dash point on the mirror. Just think that the earth is stopped. That means is P to C, there is the velocity of the earth v equal to v, and when the light touches the B dash, then the earth will be stopped. Then incident angle equal to reflected angle. Then incident angle equal to reflected angle. Okay, and develop the same angle. You see this thing? Reflected angle touches the P dash. Again I explain it. If we put in the light in PQ directional, then it is goes in B dash for the earth velocity, and we think that the earth, when the light touches the B dash, at the same time we stop the earth. The earth velocity is 0. Then incident angle will be equal to reflected angle, and it is came back to its position, P dash position. Okay. According to Fermat principle of reflection, light is stated that incident angle on the mirror is the same as the reflection angle on the mirror. Okay. That means the angle of a reflection starts from the starting point. From the starting point, the angle actually starts. From the starting point, the angle actually starts. If the P dash is too close of a B dash, then you will also see the reflected angle. too much lower. If it is DL length, then also you see the reflected angle. Okay. Just if there, see the arrow of my mouse when you are not here. Just P dash it came to this point, also you see the reflected angle. Okay. And if it is more than, then also you see the reflected angle remains same. That's it. Need to touch the P dash lens. So if the reflected light need to touch the P dash lens, then the record consider the reflected angle R, which develops at the starting point and the direction of P dash, and the arc velocity because it's moving. Okay, let's go to next slide and give references. I explain it again. If you putting down the light at PQ direction, then the light touches in the B dash. Okay, and develop the incident angle. And when it is touched the B dash, same time so you have to stop the arc. Then incident angle will be equal to the reflected angle. Then it came back to the P dash. Okay, and the triangle actually develop. That's it. And this angle you also develop at the starting point. At the starting point, and if we consider the arc velocity, if we didn't able to consider the arc velocity, then this light cannot be able to came back. Later it will be explained. References there. And thanks. That's all.